Level 1, no car, $0. You're standing at a bus stop in the rain. A car slows at the crosswalk, finally. Then the driver sees you're waiting for the bus and speeds up. Water sheets across your jeans, cold through the denim. You don't flinch. You're used to it. 5 minutes pass. Someone you know drives by, a guy from the old job. Your hand goes up before you can stop it. Half a wave, an old reflex. He doesn't wave back. Maybe he didn't see you. Or maybe people stop seeing you when you're standing on the wrong side of the windshield. You lower your hand. You watch the cars go by, dry faces behind glass, and it settles in slow. Nobody here is cruel to you. Cruel would mean they noticed. You're not someone they're ignoring. You're something they drive past. The bus comes. You take the window seat, soaked, and watch the cars from the inside of nothing. The world doesn't hate the man with no car. It just doesn't see him. Level 2, $1,500. You have a car now. Barely. It announces you before you say a word. The rattle when you turn the key. The check engine light you've stopped seeing. One hubcap gone, so it runs with a limp you can hear. You pull into the gas station and go in to pay first. You always pay first now. The man behind the counter watches you the whole way to the register. Not unkind, just careful. The way you watch something you're not sure about yet. You pay. You walk back across the lot. There's a car parked near the doors, engine running, a parent in the driver's seat, scrolling, a kid in the back. As you pass, you hear it. The thunk of all 4 doors locking at once. The parent never looks up. They didn't have to. Their hand moved on its own, reached over, hit the button, eyes never leaving the phone. You weren't doing anything. You were just walking. In the wrong car. From the wrong car. Wearing the wrong morning. It wasn't personal. That was the worst part. Nobody made a decision. Nobody stopped to think. The world looked at you and locked its doors before its mind caught up. And you heard, exactly, what you sound like to it. You get in. It takes 3 tries to start. You don't look at the family as you pull out. A cheap car doesn't make you invisible. It makes you a threat. And the world locks its doors against threats. Level 3, $8,000. A used Camry, gray, 4 doors. The color of a car that doesn't want to be remembered. You bought it with cash you saved for a year. It starts every time. The light on the dash is off. For the first few weeks, that alone feels like wealth. You pull into the office lot and park in the back. You don't decide to. Your hands just take you there, to the row nobody fights over, and you walk in. And nothing happens. That's the new thing. Nothing happens. Nobody watches you cross the lot. No locks click. The guy at the front desk nods like you're anyone at all. You move through the whole day unlooked at, and after the bus stop, after the rust, it feels like setting something heavy down. A coworker stops by your desk. You see the new car in the lot, the blue one? He means someone else's. He's excited about someone else's. He doesn't mention yours. There's nothing to mention. You laugh along. You agree the blue one is nice. It takes about a week for the relief to turn into something else. Because nobody asks about your car. Nobody comments. Nobody locks their doors. And nobody opens them either. You've stopped being a problem. You haven't started being a person. You've become furniture. The kind nobody trips over and nobody looks at. Safe. Quiet. Gray. You tell yourself this is what you wanted. To be left alone. And you got it. You just didn't know that being left alone and being unseen are the same parking spot. Invisible isn't the worst thing a car can do to you. You'll find that out at the top. Level 4. $35,000. You've been here before. 3 years ago, you walked this same showroom floor for 20 minutes. New shirt, old shoes. You ran your hand along a hood and waited for someone to help you. Nobody did. A salesman leaned in the doorway with a coffee and watched you the way you watch a forecast, then went back to his phone. You left without a word. Nobody noticed that either. Now you pull in. Same lot. Same glass doors. And before you're even out of the car, the door swings open and a man is crossing the floor toward you, hand already out. It's him, the coffee guy. Older now. Same tie. He doesn't recognize you. That's the part that lands wrong. He isn't pretending. He genuinely doesn't remember the man who stood in his showroom for 20 minutes, because to him, that man was never there. There's nothing for him to feel guilty about. You're not a returning customer. You're new. What are we looking at today? Warm. Easy. A second salesman drifts over, then a third. Coffee appears. A chair. Your name, asked and remembered inside a minute. You answer. You smile. You let them walk you to the financing desk. And the whole time, one thought won't leave. You didn't get smarter in 3 years. You didn't get kinder. You're the same man who stood here invisible. The only thing that changed is parked outside. You didn't earn the handshake. The car in the lot did, and everyone in the room knows it, but you. Level 5, $70,000. You pull up to a restaurant you wouldn't have walked into 2 years ago. The valet doesn't wait for you to find him. He jogs, opens your door before your hand reaches the handle, and he doesn't bury the car in the back lot. He leaves it out front, by the entrance, where it can be seen. You notice that. You notice you like that. Inside, the host straightens the second the key changes hands. There's a table by the window, the good one, the one couples ask for, and somehow it's yours, though you never asked. You're seated like you were expected. You weren't. The water comes before you ask for it. The manager drifts past, rests a hand on the back of your chair. Everything good here? He didn't ask the table beside you, and here's the thing nobody warns you about. It feels good. It feels earned. You sit a little straighter. You order like a man who belongs. Some quiet part of you starts to believe the room is responding to you, your taste, your presence, the person you finally became. You tip the valet too much on the way out, and he calls you sir like it's true. You drive home feeling, for the first time in your life, like somebody. You replay the evening in your head, the valet, the table, the manager, the way people looked at you, and for a few minutes, alone in the car, you let yourself believe it. Maybe they finally saw you. Maybe this was always who you were. Maybe the world was just waiting for you to catch up. That's the dangerous part. You don't notice what actually changed. It wasn't you. It was the key in the valet's hand. Nobody at that table respects you. They respect the car in the valet's hand. Level 6, $150,000. You're going too fast. You know it. The road is empty, and the car makes 80 feel like 30, and you let it. Lights in the mirror. Your stomach drops. The old drop, the one from the rust bucket days, when a cop behind you meant a long stop and a longer look. Your hands find 10 and 2 on their own. The officer walks up. You have your license ready. He looks at the car, and something in him changes. The edge leaves his voice before he reaches your window. Afternoon. Easy, almost friendly. He doesn't take the license you're holding out. Any reason for the hurry today? You say something about losing track. He nods like he understands, like you're two men who both know how a car like this gets away from you. A tap on the roof. Slow it down for me. And he's walking back to his cruiser. No ticket, no record, nothing happened. You sit there at the side of the road, and you wait to feel lucky. It doesn't come. What comes instead is colder. Because you just watched the law bend. Quietly, nobody deciding to. The same law that gave the man in the $1,500 car a full stop over a taillight just looked at your hood and waved you on. Same road, same speed, same law, different car. And it lands on you the way the worst things do, slow. The rules were never rules. They were prices. And somewhere along the way, without noticing, you crossed the line where you could finally afford to ignore them. You pull back onto the road doing the speed limit, not because you have to, because you suddenly want to know what it still feels like to be the kind of person the rules apply to. Rules don't break for money, they bend, and once they bend for you, you stop believing they ever existed for anyone. Level 7, $300,000. You can't stop at a light anymore without something happening. Phones come up before anyone speaks. A guy in the next lane forgets to drive when it turns green. People drift toward the car, slow, pulled in like it has gravity. A kid sprints across a parking lot. 10, maybe. Eyes huge. Is that yours? Can I get a picture? You remember a different kid. A back seat. A hand pressed to a window, looking through you like you were weather. This one is looking right at you. You say yes. You crouch beside him. His mom takes the photo and thanks you like you did something. You didn't do anything. You just arrived. You pull away, and the engine drops a gear, and the whole street turns its head at once. Heads, turning. For you. After a lifetime of being driven past, the world finally stops and looks. And God, it feels good. It feels like every cold morning at that bus stop, paid back with interest. Strangers love you. Strangers want to be you. You catch your face in a storefront window, and you're grinning, and you don't even feel stupid about it. For 300 feet, with every phone pointed at you, and the engine screaming, you are not invisible, you are not furniture, you are not a threat, you're the main character. Finally, after all of it, this is the level everyone is chasing, The one they picture when they picture making it. Remember how good this feels. You're going to need to. Level 8. $500,000. You don't drive this one. Someone drives it for you. You sit in the back. The city slides by behind tinted glass. The car pulls up to the hotel entrance, and it's bigger than the last one. You feel it before the doors even open. Doormen moving, fast, faster than the kid in the parking lot. A crowd already turning. For half a second, you brace for it. The rush, the phones, the faces turning to find you. The driver gets out, comes around, opens your door, and nobody looks. They're looking at the car, all of them. The doormen lean toward it. A guest lifts a phone, and you watch, in real time, as he raises it past your face to photograph the thing you arrived in. You're in the frame for half a second. Then he adjusts, steps left, crops you out, gets a clean shot of the grill. Beautiful machine, a doorman says, to a space slightly to your right. He never finds your eyes. You step onto the curb in the most expensive thing money can buy, and you are the least important object in your own arrival. And it hits you, all at once, cold. You're back at the bus stop, invisible, the same as the rain, the same as the splashed jeans, the hand that came back down. But this is worse, because at the bus stop, you had something to hold on to. You could tell yourself, when I make it, they'll see me. You made it, this is it, and they still don't see you. The car didn't make you visible. It got so loud it ate you. Every head that finally turned, it was never turning for you. It was turning for the metal. It always was, at every level, all the way down. The world was never looking at you. It was reading your car. At the top, no one sees you at all, same as the bottom. The car got so big it swallowed the person inside it. Somewhere right now, it's raining. Someone is standing at a bus stop, soaked, watching the cars go by. Dry faces behind glass, none of them slowing. A car slides past, long, black, $500,000, a driver up front and a shape in the back behind the tint. The person at the bus stop watches it go and feels that old, familiar ache. To be inside something like that, to finally be seen, they don't know. The man in the back of that car is just as invisible as they are. He just paid more to find out. You were the same person in every car. The world only ever looked at the metal. The car changed at every level. You never did.